Hello and welcome, YouTube. I hope you're all doing well. We return to Captain of Industry, where we are trying to get our recyclables going. We also need to get the rest of this constructed island filled in so that we can bring our copper production and various other bits and pieces over to there. Bring it all a little bit closer so that we can start to get rid of this lot as well. Today is going to be about trying to get the recyclables started and trying to make some more construction parts as well. You usually have home office days on Thursday and Friday to cover the end of the week, crash and running out of energy. That is understandable. It's very understandable. Right, we're going to get going. We have a bunch of area to change the designation of. Quite nicely. So that we can get more trees are growing. I may have... Oh no, I can still do this because I can just put a down ramp here. I was about to say I may have made it so that I can't then further expand this wooded area, but we can just put a down ramp here and build outwards. Your boss decided you all needed to be in on Thursday, and since we're not allowed to have home office on Monday and Friday for whatever nonsense reason. Oh. Yeah, an arbitrary reason for not having a home office day, working from home day, it just doesn't make any sense. Okie dokie. Oh, that's right. We have a water problem. Now, that is quite a problem. And I think we may have to forego having water in the housing so that we can have water in the food production. Also make this make sense. We're not allowed to have home office on Monday and Friday because it would be a long weekend, but Monday and Tuesday and Thursday and Monday and Tuesday and Thursday and Friday are fine. Oh yeah, that makes no sense. That's just a manager trying to exert some power. The power tripping, basically, is what that boils down to. Arbitrary rules because they say so. And it's really annoying because it just pisses everyone off. Like, you don't need to pretend you've got that much of a manhood. Your insecurities are showing. You know, it's that kind of a deal. And if you want to take the piss, you take Thursday and Friday one week and Monday and Tuesday the next week. That's actually quite amusing. I hope you do that as often as you can. Up to 380. We are producing research. Alright, what's the next step? The next step is obviously the recyclables, but what's after that? Next step after that, so we're getting the recyclables, we're going to be getting burner and wheat farming processing. I'm going to grow flour. Be more of the opinion that if they are at home office they do squash, and so think that everyone doesn't work when they... Ah, yes, I see what you mean. They think that because they do it, everyone else does it. What do you mean? Probably isn't the most unlikely of things, in the sense that they probably don't work properly from home. Oh, you need 6 a minute, that's why you're not working full time. Okie dokie, so where are we up to? We need to figure out what we are building next. And honestly, I'm almost tempted to build more water collectors. Ooh. I'm gonna have to burn off some light oil, aren't I? I think. Let's keep an eye on it. It's not stopped it yet. That has now filled up. So we're actually full of diesel for the moment. Which I'm going to say being full of diesel is the better of the two. Your difference at home and at the office is that you can listen to your music with no one being able to complain. Cats don't count. Can eat more flexible because your fridge is right there and you have cuddles with your cats. Yeah, that's fair. Like working from home, so much better. Food is kind of still surviving. Ish. We're just about hanging on. All right. We're going to pause this. Just because I'm fed up of them taking like 2 at a time. So we're going to pause that so that we can get a little stockpile built up. And the reason this wasn't working is because of iron. Oh, that was... yes. I vaguely remember. We didn't have quite the iron throughput anymore. which I believe is in part because we're digging into rock. Right. Oh, the research is looking pretty good. Just quickly bop that through while we've got the chance. What? How is that quicker? Don't quite understand that, but sure. Quicker because reason, yeah. I just need to figure out how deep I need to go. How to get that deep as well. Although for now we do have still a fair bit of the mountain left to mine through. Both of those are full. That's quite good. Right. Got a lot of depositing to do over here. I don't know what we were doing outside this. I think we need to get the coal mine repairs going at some point. We were oh, I remember. We were looking at reputational increases so that we could trade cement for coal. That was it. And we could also do rock for fuel gas, which would give us another option for, what's it called? For fuel. Copper looks a little unstable. It's to be said. Do that. Try and get some copper coming through again. We're almost done with the burner research. I mean, we're not going to burn it. That much is for sure. I don't even think ironically, I think I'm not actually that interested in going this way anymore. Or the Emperor. I have been wondering whether to play Space Marine or not. Like the first one. On stream. Yeah, I'm gonna... Because... See, the thing... So... I think it's technically better to do this. The wheat farming and processing would mean that I would in theory need less food for the colony, which means that I could then start burning some of it or decomposing some of it, I guess, for making fuel gas. But would it be better, for example, to go for copper refinement too? Or even water recovery? Or heck, do we even go for the captain's office too? For that sweet research efficiency boost. It's a 10% efficiency boost. Because it'll take it from 15% to 25%, which I know is less than the 15% jump, but it is still a jump. Oh. Either way, I don't want it to do that one. I think we have to go the copper refinement. Although why? Maybe sulfur processing, but I don't know that we need copper. Because it doesn't actually help us. All it does is it changes it from water to acid. It does get as a bit of sulfur processing might be worth it. With that in mind then. With that in mind, I think the captain's office research might actually be the one to go for. But for now, we're just going to pause, let it build up again. Yeah, we're going to go captain's office. It's actually iron that's about to become our problem. Well, I say about, it already is our problem. Oh, actually managed to get themselves free. Okay, we need to stop that boost, apparently. Start that boost because that one does still produce electronic parts, or electronics rather. Possibly not a good idea to boost that while we were having a bit of a... Oh no, the copper is no longer a shortage. We're going to have to split it off the water, aren't we? Get it up here. Get it into the system. I think. Oh, we're up to the we're up to 80 of the red stuff though. Okay. Can we put an edict together? Oh, we're already using water saver. We're actually using quite a lot of Unity on things. For edicts, for example. Oh my, we're using a lot of biomass though. Sorry, we've got a lot of biomass. What else can it be used for? Nothing really. But it does mean that we don't have to use coal. So if we just pause that, will we ever have a problem? Because we have so much coal, so much biomass, just waiting to be used. Okay. With that in mind... Ooh, that's done its digging. Need to get down to minus 10, really. Still a bit of a way off, it would seem. Something tells me we're not going to get deep enough. Well, deep enough, quick enough. Hello, Deranged. How's it going? But it gets us deeper quicker. I think. Gets us minus 10 here, so yeah, I think we're going to do that. This is going to be interesting. To do the swap. You're knackered? How come? Work been busy? Or knackered from non-work related shenanigans? Let's get the red stuff over. It's 7 AM to 9 PM Saturday. Good God. And today, again, long hours. You're 100% done. Wish it was non-work related. That is... yeah, that's understandable as to why you're knackered. We're going to increase research efficiency. Do some research. Stitch it there and hope that our other diggers will come and help so that they leave this pit. That is the plan at least, because then get every one of them out. And they go and dig the other side. Go. Can then go minus 10. Not going to quite be deep enough on this end, but be closer than we were on this bit, at least. We'll be able to get to more of it. Oh, interestingly, the groundwater looks alright with this side. This side, not so much, although it is filling up again a little bit. Ah, there we go, all of the red has been brought over. We need 224. But yeah, something went wrong with work or just something else? Or just a project that was badly planned from those above. I'm going to go with those above not planning properly. As it's often the case. Oh, we need to not be boosting you anymore. Because that is going to be full before long. Yeah, it is full already. So we can boost that at least. Don't need to boost you. I mean, the research is still climbing, or staying steady at the very least. I'm pleased with how that's going, actually. Biomass still doing totally fine. That has evened out roughly, and we're actually getting a fair use of the light oil now because the because the diesel is filling up. Cool. I could almost do with more water collectors, do we think? I think water collectors. Yeah. Next thing to build, we're going to rebuild the. Feels like a waste, but we are going to rebuild the copper over here pretty soon because the copper being using acid instead of water doesn't really change how it's produced in the slightest, actually. I mean, even the molten copper doesn't really change. I mean, there's blast furnace 2 and then arc furnace, but I mean, ultimately crushed, I don't even know where. Crushed is going to be advanced smelting, maybe? Yeah, crusher. Which is... yeah, that's a long way off. So we can afford to rebuild it over here. Basically as is. At least in regards to that. Well, that's a point. This isn't actually doing the... Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, that's fine. So, if you have the blast furnaces at about the same level. Yeah, we need to finish filling in a lot more of that. So I want to at least leave some space. $196. Yeah, with a basically full warehouse, we'll be good to go on the recycling. Of the red stuff, this is. We don't have any spare organics. I mean, we could start using organic more. I mean, well, no, the organic being the backup is fine, actually. It's almost at the point where we can burn it. Look, no worries. Thank you very much for the lurk. I appreciate it. Research is still looking pretty good, to be honest. How are we doing on the old iron front? Probably dig another couple of rows back. Research is dwindling. Because we've used all the mechanical parts. So we need to stop boosting you for a little bit. There are no mechanical parts on the way. How are we looking over here? We're not looking good. We are not looking good at all. We want to prevent this spiral. As best as we can. The question is, how do we do that? Because there's about to be a maintenance spiral. We may as well get them doing something. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my word. Did not realise that was on accept assigned only. Oh. Well, that's annoying. Because that could have been working and replanting and supplementing the coal for the last however many years. I'm going to let that one actually finish what it's doing there. Okay, I don't think they need to go too much deeper. Next, bit of red in there. I know we could just wait until it's all ready, but I'd rather taper it along. If I'm honest, I just didn't want it doing, like, every truck being, like, 4 was the problem. That's what I was trying to avoid. We're looking maintenance, we've just about pulled it back. Oh, we are going to need to build the output for this. What is maintenance? What is recyclables? Recyclables is U-shaped. Oh, it comes out of that one anyway. We either ramp it up and then down, or we... I think we actually need a U-shaped balancer. Now that I'm thinking about it. Let's just get these two built. And the reason I say we're going to want a U-shaped balancer is because we're going to have multiple sources of this coming in, and we are going to want to prioritize certain ones. At least I think we're going to want to prioritize certain ones. Yeah, I guess we're going to want to prioritize the ones that are constantly churning, like the maintenance ones. Because if they fill up, they will stop pretty rapidly producing. I think this time we do that, and then we have... I reckon we have a ramp this time. Because there's going to be a lot of things probably going in over to this side. Let's plan for it. Coal is done again. Cool. How are we looking over here? Not great. Why have we stopped? And again with the accept assigned only. Don't accept assigned only, please. That would explain why we've stopped. So you're still making red every so often. But we need more wood, which is fine because the wood is coming. We just have a lot of trees to catch up on now. But we don't need another harvester because most of the time this is cut down. It's only because we accidentally left these to accept assigned only. Which is really silly. The iron isn't doing great. Has to be said. Let's do that because there's no reason for them to go around that way, and it's really bugging me. Well, actually, let's not do it there. Let's do it there. Because we do it up there, that kind of interferes with the path across. Plus, they can still get out this way as well. Oh, I totally forgot to check up on the research. Which we're not going to be able to do any of for a little while because we don't have the mechanical parts. Which is kind of fine. Okay, back to making that again. It's going to be a little slower to make. Could boost it there a little bit. It does look like it's an iron problem. Which I suppose is just because we are digging out rock rather than iron at the moment. I don't know why you're stuck. Oh, you're not. It's just misinformation. Cool. Got this. Tempted to kind of cut this off a bit. Try and get some of this filled in sooner rather than later. We really are kind of waiting on the recyclables, to be honest. For everything. Nope, we can set up the copper. Don't need to be waiting on the recyclables. Problem with where I've just put that is... Oh! Copies those settings as well. That's interesting. Wait. What? It copies all of that. Oh. That's interesting. Well, one thing I will say is I don't think we need to I don't think we need to build both sides of the copper. Yeah, so with that in mind I may actually just What do we think? Is it worth deleting? Or leaving it there as a bit of a placeholder? I can delete the ghosts for now so that we can at least get it built. Get the ground filled in. But, I mean, I don't think we need both of them built. Like both sides. Water is still not doing great. Okay, the water on the left side is still not doing great. Pause that. Let some of it go over to the other side. Refill that a bit. The Spambot. Gambot. Cool. Dealt with. Oh, we're so nearly there. We're going to have to start thinking about getting those built as well. And then getting it over here. Yeah, I don't think I've left myself enough room for that. Which is really dumb of me. Ooh, now that is a bloomin' squeeze. What do we think? Another large? Into there. And then we'll need we could actually just use that and still have the one input, have a U-shaped lift. Ooh, fancy. A U-shaped lift. Comes this way. I'm going to stop there for a second, have another U-shaped lift. Oh, wrong way, wrong way. So that needs to go I want it to go down. Can that be rotated? It can, yes. Okay. So if we that's weirdly what? Why does it go down? Oh. That's actually one too high. Because the conveyor can't go that high. Which then needs that. Rotate. No, that needs to be one lower then. So get rid of that. That height. Is that right? I think that's right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to deconstruct all these random little bits and rebuild it with fewer struts. There we go. Because then that can be the coal. And then priority out can be either copper and iron. Because then we only have to deliver to here. Which means we can do some funky stuff. Or maybe I need to move that up a little bit more now that I think about it. Yeah, because that won't go under. So if we cut that, stick it there, it actually goes through, right. Look at that, because that's nearly done. So we don't need that. We will need the slag output though. Why are we not able to put it out? What? Oh. Oh, I see. Let me do something quickly. Mark it. And then how close... Actually, how close are we to doing this? We're still a way off, aren't we? So we're going to cancel that. Now they should be able to come and take it. Yep, sorry. That was me being a bit dense. Although I'm not sure. Oh. Okay, I'm fine with that. So close to actually being done with this. And I'm not sure how much is en route. We are ridiculously close. To the point where I think I actually need to stop making red so that we can make yellow for all these belts that we're going to be making. Get rid of the red for now. Turn you off boost. Look! There's our big shiny recycling plant that takes... Oh! Oops, I didn't think about that now, did I? That takes 32 workers. Okay, but we need you at a pretty high priority. Off we go. We need to get them at least moving. Yeah, we got some copper scrap. Right, next thing is this lot. Could really do with getting this set up, to be honest, now that I've hit this point. So we're gonna need to be better. But hey, we have our recyclables up and running. I'll do that as well because that is going to produce recyclables eventually. Gonna need you built. Gonna need you built. is the yellow stuff being taken away? What's using the yellow stuff? Because it ain't the red stuff at this point. Nothing else is ready to build. Oh, did I set that on the wrong one? Don't need to set you. Huh. We're already almost full of iron scrap. So, let's put this in place. I don't have the 120. I will do in a sec. What happened to the concrete? I had loads of concrete. Oh, we've been using it, haven't we? Silly of me, wasn't it? I think we need to upgrade the housing as well at some point. We can just let them build it. And then we can... 24. Build that. You're already full. Priority 1. Which I realise the irony of putting that as a priority 1 and then stealing all of the construction parts. I realise that irony. I realise it enough to the point where I'm actually going to do that. Just let it flow a little. Oh, you're actually just stuck. Oh, can't. Yep. Now, I need them to not be taking from the front ones to bring to the back ones. That's just a pointless cycle. Ah, we need 3. So close. Oh, we need the copper as well. That's That's a bit ironic. Unfortunate, rather. You know what, we're full on recyclables again because I didn't plan far enough ahead. And then this one is going to be we need a U-shaped balancer first because it's going to be priority out. Probably want to make sure that is built under there. I'm never going to reach that. I think I'm just going to have to let that one naturally build. What are you waiting on? Concrete. I think they are finished. Down one more level. But I think one more level is just dirt, at which point we're going to level off. Cool. Right, back over here. Over by here. Now that I am going to want this filled in at some point, but I'm kind of prioritising. I want to prioritise the bit with the copper. Okay, why aren't we making more yellow? Oh, because we're still refilling the white. Almost there. Oh. Okay, that's disappointing. Almost, in fact, we are basically out of iron at this point. I don't think we need to be mining this bit anymore. Something tells me. We do need to make sure we are still able to produce construction. Which we are now producing more of. concrete. Why is the concrete seemingly not going up? Oh, because we're using it in construction. Let's let that climb up again. Oh wow, that really has eaten through our maintenance. Although I don't think it's because of that, I think it's because of the iron. Which would be doing alright if I could just get this stuff built. Because then it could be cycling round. So much iron scrap. Alright then, we're going to have to do that again. Put that back up to 40. No, we'll call it 60. Because we actually need to prioritize a little better. I need to get you up to 27. We don't actually need to boost anymore because there should be enough excess to do that. Just might take a sec. Priority in, priority out. Almost there. $19. $23. Oh, come on. Need one more. And then I can auto build this. Come on, just let me auto build. Please. Please. I want a lorry to do it. I'd rather just do it myself. Come on, there we go. Freedom. We now have iron scrap. Going into the works. Oi! Where the hell are you taking that? Oh no, you bloody don't. I'd forgotten about that. Let's get this built urgent because we need to get in for that loose storage. Ah, so close. And yet so far. Oh, come on. We're only a couple off. No. Damn it. There we go. Okay, there's the bridge. Which now means that that one is free. And things can get in to get rid of that slag. Okay, what produces recyclables? Only research and maintenance for the moment. But pretty sure I thought there was a... Oh, there it is, recyclables collection. So eventually my people will produce recyclables. Okay, we're all caught up on the recyclables. And we should be using our generic scrap as a priority soon. Once it gets... Oh no, there we go. Yeah, I was going to say once it gets through the backlog of random clean iron ore. Right, we're now onto the... Yeah, okay, good. We're working our way through the actual scrap iron. Hooray! Oh no, I've just seen what our maintenance is at. And our maintenance is at nothing. Which is just peachy. Alright. How do we resolve this? I mean, it's not the iron at this point, is it? It's just people. We don't have enough people. And I think it's time we built up our construction parts 2 and then set construction part 3 going again. With the caveat that obviously it fills up that much first so that we can build other stuff as well. Good. We don't actually have iron production over here. Ah. That would have been smart, wouldn't it? Oh, what an idiot. Something tells me I might need to actually set up iron production over here. Move the copper over, stick iron here instead. Ugh. There's a better way of making it. Is there a better way of making iron? Molten iron. I mean, there's plenty of ways of making molten iron. But no new ways for a while, so I think we can afford to set this up over there. And I think we only need to set up one set of it as well. I'm not even going to bother planning for a second set. I mean, that second set has been turned off for blooming ages. Yeah. Okie dokie. Let's get some bits and pieces built. Good. We're now producing our excess recyclables automatically, which is going to feed the loop, which is just going to make a difference. Like, it's a dribble, don't get me wrong, it's a bit of a dribble, but it is going to help. This was possibly a silly idea, this excess of storage. Something tells me we're not going to need that. Either way, I'm going to want to change... Do we want to change the copper, or do we just want to make the iron elsewhere? Because we're going to need the electronics. Yeah, we can bring the electronics in via belt. We sort of want the copper next. Collision with pillar. So we could just... So that would go quite nicely there if we needed it, but I don't think we do need it, do we? Let's get rid of the pipe. So that would feed in there. We could... I believe we could just swap that for acid at some point. Get rid of that. Leave that going over like that. That just goes down there. We get our belt. That actually works as a single lane setup anyway. So that will give us a copper output here. It will just be a case of building it. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and set up the storages. So we're going to have that, with that one being copper ore, and this one being priority on copper scrap. Copper scrap has all been eaten, apparently. Didn't realise it was working on doing that. That'll be the slag out. Almost tempted to try and connect up to that one. Because then there's only one slag thing to empty. And we can just put it as a priority. What do we think? Yeah, I think it's worth doing that. And then connecting it up. So we're going to go there. No. We're going to go to there. Come across. And do that maybe. That then deals with our slag problem, because then it's just that one gets a priority export, so that deals with that. Our copper scrap can come along. Ah. And we can't get to the iron ore. Unless we do that. With a U-shaped lift. Up 4. There. There. Have it like that. Swap it around. Fill in the gap. Everybody's happy. There's a lot of weird under bits, but kind of works. Then that will be the copper build. That can be swapped out. We can pipe the water in from here. We can put a splitter or something with a priority. Priority to... Do we need a priority to this? I don't know that we do. We've magnificently managed to avoid the total spiral, because I wasn't even paying attention and I was working on something else, but the system has fixed itself, which is just brilliant. Except the power has now gone down, because we don't have enough biomass. Oh, I'm genuinely surprised at that. Alright, my mistake. I'll turn you back on for a little bit. Didn't realise that had happened. I thought it was a bit more balanced with the biofuel, biomass, but apparently not. Is there another way? What's the other way we can produce it? Shred tree saplings to get biomass. I mean, that's not a bad idea. That wouldn't be a bad idea, because we did have an abundance of tree saplings at one point. In fact, we still do. So we could genuinely shred tree saplings to make biomass for the boiler instead of using coal, which is pretty cool. So we have an abundance of wood right now. And we're almost at the point where we can start to bring this production over there. I think we need to get the copper built and the iron built, and then fill in some more of this. Then we can bring it over. And I think that'll make everything a little bit easier. But in the meantime, we probably can bring at least some electronics processing over here. What's the best production we need to do? So if we do an assembly 2 that is just dedicated to that, then again, that only makes a slight excess. But that is actually fine, having only having a slight excess. Because an excess is still an excess, which means that because we're not going to be making more than 19.5 anyway at max speed. So having only a small excess isn't a bad thing necessarily. A bad idea just to pause that every now and again, let it build up. How's water doing over here? You've built up again, we can unpause you. Okay, looking fairly solid, if I'm honest. Have you run out of mining? Not yet. You run out of coal? Yes. You're actually a little bit lower than the coal layer. So you know what, no. I'm fine with digging layer 15. Let's go with 14. We can always lower it again. There's a little part of me that's tempted to refill this layer layer 15. Though, saying that, I mean, we can always take an extra layer off if need be. Yeah, we'll go 14 and then we can fix after. So that'll be our copper. There is part of me that wants to bring it over as a doubled, even if we then don't use it as a doubled. Let me correct some bits of this. You, for example. We don't need you. Don't need you. Let's try again. Okay, didn't complain. That would be like that. That would, in theory, do that. And hunky-dory. So we're gonna leave in the blueprint of the other one. Yeah, we can always do what this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then connect that up to there. And then if we decide we do want the extra copper, it is there already set up. Although I'm tempted to bring this water up to the top, actually. To here. Just so it's a little easier to plug it in. for the main stuff. So if we get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and then do that into there. What? Oh, it's backwards. That might explain it. What? Does it go up? Oh, because it's got to get it over, right, it's got to get it over the corner. With that one. Okay. That is fine. We now also have red producing because we're at a point with the yellow that we can make red. Okay. It is... Oops, I'm sure I clicked demolish. Yep, that's cleaned. Let's start building. Gosh, I hope I've done this right. Otherwise this is going to be fairly costly to fix. So we've got a priority in of the scrap. We've still got space for belting in the copper. And then we're going to ignore this side of stuff. Alright, we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. Get the coal flowing. And then we are going to need to wait for more construction parts. Quite a lot of construction parts, actually. But we can at least be starting to fill the boxes up, the various belts and whatnot. I'm going to turn you off from doing scrap at this point. And we're basically going to start shutting down this. Copper production as we switch over to this. Done, or can you just not reach? Oh, you just wait for a truck. Where's all your trucks? Coal. Oh. We're actually just full of coal. Okay. Oh, research is backed up again. Get some of that sweet, sweet research efficiency. Get some research going. We need to upgrade this housing. I mean, that can be a priority 8. So we need more workers. Get the recyclables over. Ah, good. We're starting to get some mechanical parts again. I'm going to try and save up 100 mechanical parts so that it can still be used for maintenance, but if there's more than that, it can be used for research and construction. Research, there's no construction needed. Hello there, Nick. The turts are doing okay. We've managed to get the recycling up. We've started to automate the sort of recycling of the materials. We're rebuilding the copper at the moment, although we're only going to build half of this. This other half is just in for sanity reasons. Once we have the copper set up, we can turn this copper off and it'll be a lot more automated than it was. Well, I say automated, I mean it'll be a lot less travelling, because we can then start rebuilding our processing facility, aka this little crappy thing, all the way over here, where the rest of it is, meaning that we can belt everything rather than having to drive everything. Which should be nice. How are you doing though, Nick? Belts aren't free power. They're 8 kilowatts, but they use a whole boatload less maintenance than a truck does. It's like a fifth of the maintenance, and it frees up the trucks to do other stuff. So it's worth swapping to the belts just so that we don't have to use as much maintenance, because pickup is 100 maintenance. In fact, what is other? You've now got me wondering, how much are the belts using? I mean, the conveyors... Let's stop it from moving. So there's 27, up to 27 for the pipes. 14 for the U-shaped conveyors so far. The flat ones were around here somewhere. 8.3. So just those, I mean, if nothing else, it also cuts down the travel time. Beats 144. 27, 14 and 8 beats 144. So the more we can remove pickups, the better. So yeah. Belt's better, yes. You've been getting sleep, have you? Getting sleep is good. We do want to make that. I don't know that we'll be able to with how that is though. So if we do that to 140, 160 is still fine for that. So yeah, belts are better generally because they're just much more efficient. Plus these use diesel, which is a failing resource at this point. I'm running out of it quite rapidly. I've got 207 years left there, and about the same in this. Oh no! Oh no! I did. Oh dear! I didn't realise that had run out. Balls. That's really, really bad. Oh dear. So we have 207 years of fuel. Bearing in mind, we've taken us 800 years to get to this point. Oh dear. Oh no. No, we've got... This is how much oil we've got left. Once this is gone, that's it. Because we get that by boat. That gets imported by ship. It does just mean, though, that we don't have a backup oil source. Oh, crap. I think there's one more oil spot on the island. I'm fairly confident that there's one more oil spot. Yeah, oh, that is not reachable. That is not reachable. Okay. Oh, bugger. Because we've got to get all the way out there, but it's a diagonal as well. That's the awkward part, is that it's a diagonal. Oh, crap. Little tree as well. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to do this. This is going to really suck. It's not the best way of doing it. It's got to go over there. Why did it have to be diagonal? Can we go along the coast? I mean, I guess we can. Can be a longer way around. I suppose we could cut. Oh, we can't even cut straight across there. That's diagonal. I mean, even the coast is diagonal. Oh man. It sucks. No, that's true. So if we do... Oh, oh, oh. This is going to be a heck of a mission. Because they're going to run out of fuel before they get here, so they're going, and then they're going to turn. Oh, I'm going to need a fueling station over here. Oh, that's not good. It's like a hell of a long time to do. But we do kind of have to do it. So I believe it's worth going for because, if I'm not mistaken, there's about 800 years worth of oil here. Oh no, there's 80,000 crude oil. This has 150,000 crude oil and has 207 years left, roughly. Which means that if we go for it, we'll have about... what? 400 is 300,000, 800,000. We'll have about we'll have about 1,000 years left, roughly, if we go for it, which is more than we've spent so far. I think it's worth making our way over, because if we run out by that 200 years, we're doomed. Like, that's the end of the run. I think we've got to go for it. We have no choice but to go for it, unfortunately. You are right about trying to follow the coastline. Just a shame there's a bunch of copper here. I'd want to dig up. Oh, this is going to be tedious. Sorry about the pinging noise as well. I know it's getting annoying. Not much I can do about it though, unfortunately. Oh, I thought it was nearly there. Oh, I got excited then. Well, the copper I'm going to be digging from the side. On me. So I can always... In fact, I'm going to have to fill in by next to the copper anyway if I want to go under the land, because otherwise... Oh, actually it barely skirts it. Yeah, because I'm going to have to fill it in anyway, because... otherwise, it's going to flood, if I'm not mistaken. A little bit of hopping like that. Not exactly the most riveting of content, has to be said. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, damn it. That was all done as mining. God damn it. Can I... Is there something to convert it? Oh. Oh, that was all done as mining, not as dumping. Oh, I'm gonna have to read... Oh, everything from here. Oh, it's been bloody mining. Ah, dear. Yeah, I suppose at least I don't need to work it out. It's just recolouring it at this point. But that is highly annoying. Not the end of the world, annoying. Oh, we're almost there. Or rather, we're almost caught up. There we go, we're back to where we were. Still got a lot of island to go. Fortunately, I don't think it's going to be much quicker to go that way if we go via the coast there. It's quite steep anyway. Ugh. And I was in the middle of saying how good we were doing. Turns out I was wrong. I don't think the trucks are going to have enough petrol to make it this far. Plus I'm then going to have to build a pipe all the way along that. I might just be better off filling through the middle. Oh my word though. How bad does it look if we were to just cut across? Like that. How bad is that? I mean, to be fair, it's probably not that bad. And actually, if we go, what, here? Which is again a bit more direct. Whoa, how did we end up on plus 12? What the? Thought I'd put it to the same level at least. That one's not too bad. What's that? Is that? Oh my god, that's a lot of coal. I did not know that that coal was there. Holy moly. Is that quartz and rock, I guess. Well, let's skirt along the side here. Get across there, that's going to be the annoying bit. can do that. And have a bit of a pumping space. Do you know what? I reckon that's actually not too bad, doing it across like that. I mean, we're still going to need a refueling station over here, but still. Because that is blooming miles away. But yeah, I think just going straight across with that little bend there is probably going to be the best we're going to be able to do. And it kind of gets us closer to the new coal as well. I mean, to be fair, the coal is not doing too badly. We've still got all of that to do, and we do now have access to all the coal that's up here. Oh, because there's all this coal up here as well, which is a lot more than this started with, I think. So we should actually be fine with coal. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Let's first of all disconnect that, and then we're going to go blip and get rid of that. We'll leave, nothing can get there, so we'll leave it for now. But that bridge across, I think, is a good starting point. Yeah. I do think, though, we are going to need to get a fuel station set up over this side somewhere. I may want to actually look at doing that now. So, how level are we? We're fairly level there. So if we can stick a storage there with a fuel station just directly attached. Diesel, keep full. Import route from you. Don't accept only. Sorry, no, we do want you to accept only assigned. It does mean that we're going to have to put a pause on this project, although might let it finish this bit up while we build more of this before we get this bit built. Oh, that's 40 yellow. Can't export cargo. This feels like a silly place to put it. Okay, you're at 12%. You're about to refill. Once you've refilled, I've got a project for you. I want to go all the way over here. There's a very special reason. I want to see how far the fuel will get them. It doesn't seem to be using any fuel. What? Oh, now it is. So based on that, can you get all the way over here? Which is to the start of that. Yes. Quite easily by the looks of it. I may put the refueling thing like here. It used about 35% fuel, let's call it. So that might be a little bit close. But we are going to have a problem with flat land and a lack thereof. So we may be better off just putting it like here. Because it's quite close to the end. Means that if they're... Oh. That didn't go very far at all, did it? But it means that if they're most of the way, they'll not turn all the way back. They'll just go there. Yes. We'll see what happens without it. You don't need to be switched on. Oh. Alrighty then. Let's get digging. Cool, that'll cover it for a bit. Oh, coal I've neglected again. But to be fair, the coal is actually doing okay. for the most part, it's kind of keeping up, because we're producing a bunch of coal from the trees. I mean, this one should be priority use, really. But it isn't. There we go, that might work a little better. Hello there, Jimmy Hall. How are you doing? I must admit I was feeling a little worse for wear after the Friday stream. Oh, I'll be doing it again on my next scary stream, which will probably be on a Friday evening. It won't be this Friday, but it'll be on a Friday if I do it, when I do it. Because I will be going back at some point. I'll be posting on my Discord when I do it as well, so if you do want to know when I'm going to do it. It's likely to be the last Friday of each month, because that's when I tend to do my final... do my Fright Night streams is one Friday every month, and it's usually the last... Well, it's going to be potentially the last Friday of each month now. Just so you know. It's a good game. It scared the bejesus out of me. I watched one of the clips back, and it's that even that made me jump. Oh, this is all mined out. So I think we're going to do that. Whoa, what is going on here? Fluid storage invalid route assigned. Storage has export route, but also has keep full slider set or truck export off. Okay. Well, I don't get why that can't be kept full. Yeah. This is getting a little precarious, this side. I'm quite pleased that we've not had to vent any light oil for a while. It does indeed please me. Oh my, we're still doing this research, I didn't realise. So that's 120. We're just going to build that. It's 20. We're going to build that. 32. Four. 1. 29. Bit expensive, but we do need to get it built in order to get this running. Tempted to just siphon from this one, to be honest. How much do you need? 6, yeah. We're just gonna siphon from this pipe. round. Yeah, probably a little cleaner to do it this way, isn't it? Yeah. That's the way we'll do it. Can always then tweak it later with a priority thingy. I think I've left enough room for a coal, like, lowerer. I think. Don't need you turned on just yet. So next is going to be these two things. Yeah, we'll just let that do its thing for a little bit. Right, so, oops, I meant to go this way. How are we doing on the filling in? Still a way to go. They're really not going to want to go the other way, are they? Oh no, no, that's fine. Mining, you're still mining out stone. Ooh, they almost got themselves trapped there. Well, almost got one of them trapped. Right. You lot are done for. In fact, we may just demolish you. I'll leave this pipe because we can then use it for piping from over there. Because it's longer to go that way, and this is already built and it does already connect up to what we're doing. It's a bit of a long circuitous route round, but it's already set up. Which I think makes me okay with it. Oh, we don't have enough unity. We can stop the research for now. Turn that off. How is our food doing? A lot of potato. Still got some vegetables. We've got quite a lot of vegetables actually. We still have a lot of trucks turned off, which I think is okay. Storage is we don't need to be alerted to that, because that is going to be going away soon. Ooh. Oh, that. Right. Yep. I remember. That's a long-term project. Which actually may have to not be quite so long-term anymore, because we do kind of need to get to this iron round the back. Hmm. Right. So we will work on that once this terraforming is finished digging up around the farms. To make the journey quicker. Don't need to do some of that. That feels like a bad idea. So we're actually just not gonna. I think I am going to do this though. Level that off. Might trap some of these for a little bit, but honestly, it's fine. Ooh. That is nice to see. The fact that we're making excess mechanical parts. Oh. Why are we making a deficit? Why do we have a deficit? I don't know why we suddenly have a deficit. We've been doing alright so far. I'm not really sure. Oh well. It isn't the end of the world. Oh wow, is that already filled? Huh. Not bad. We'll level that. And then we'll just sort of mine the rest. We'll leave a gap so that the ramp doesn't fully fall down. You're actually full. That's okay because the copper is still going, so no issues there. You need 60. Oh, we need unity. You know what, we'll just allow these to be built. And then we should be pretty good to go with this copper. In all honesty. Yeah, we are going to have to still transport the copper down there, but that's not the worst. And it means we don't have to bring coal or take slag away from up here, and we don't have to bring... well, we don't have to bring water anyway, but still. Pretty decent progress, I have to say, for today. I mean, we've even got nearly another full set of research materials to go. Which is just weird. Okie dokie. We are looking pretty good. We don't particularly care about any of those errors or warnings. Recyclables have built up a wee bit, which is good. We can double the throughput. I think doing it that way, where we get a bit of a build-up, is probably a good way of going, to be honest. Because it means that this isn't sitting with 32 assigned workers constantly, with 26 maintenance required. Yeah, once we're a bit bigger and making a bit more... what's it called? Recyclables. Sure, we might need to leave it running, but right now we really, really don't. I'm going to pause the blast furnace. The second steel blast furnace. We just need unity. I mean, that's quite nice. I know it hasn't really made a huge impact, but it's nice that it is actually at least having an impact. Because we're getting 20% back at the minute, I think. Yeah, 20% of whatever we've used back from this thing. Which is just nice. And yes, it's not a huge amount, but it all helps. Okay. Copper is almost there. We just need... oh. We just need some more unity. will be there. And we can pause this again. We might as well start shredding, I suppose. .35, come on. Almost there. I suppose if nothing else, that starts us building up the, what's it called? The unrefined stuff. Come on. Just need a little bit of unity. Because we can. The annoying thing is we can make both of them if we had the unity. Word, the research really is going for it, isn't it? There is also space along here for more slag storage, if we need it. Boosh. Okay. Whoa. We're almost there. Oosh. Okay, we are making copper over here. So, with that in mind, I'm going to set that import to high. I'm going to have an export route set up with an assigned truck. It's 2 assigned trucks. And we're going to discontinue discontinue output. Pause. I'm just going to gradually let this wind down. Use that ad. We don't actually need that to be such a high import. What is the other one at? Import 2? I suppose it does need to be fairly high. Import 2, but it does need to be a 1. And we can leave the trucks doing it, in theory. You can be emptied. Actually, no. So, you're finishing what you're doing. You can turn back the other way. You're paused, you're paused. Paused, you've got nothing really anyway. So you can turn around. Do maybe one last thing. Cool. Pause, pause. We can then utilize these loose storages that are already built. You don't need to... Oh god. Nope. Nope. That one. You don't need to do that one anymore. You still need emptying, but we can change you from slag to something else. So you are completely done. You're completely done. You are completely done. We're going to let this impure copper be done. Yeah. We don't need to assign any trucks just yet. We already have a full storage of copper. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine, you know. Priority in, priority out, so that's going to use the copper scrap first. That's good. Copper is looking pretty good. What is the problem? Oh. One little piece, and the whole thing falls apart. Okay, no manual removal. No manual anything. Going to be done from anywhere, it's going to be done from the storages. And do you know what? I'm going to say we've done quite well, because, yeah, we had a little bit of a hiccup with the maintenance, but it was a very, very short hiccup. It was fixed really quickly. You really need to be emptied. Okay. We do need to stop this from doing anything now. I'm going to get rid of these. We do need to... We do need to set this up so that we can remove rock relatively easily. So we can do it like that. Just seems a bit weird. I mean, it gets it out of there. I do need to get rid of that coal first. I'm going to pause that as well. No point having you drawing teeniest bit of maintenance or power. You don't do anything anyway. Okay. Where are we at? We're looking pretty good. Generally speaking. Mm-hmm. My word, we can even do more research. Oh. We actually can't put any more dirt down, can we? No, I do need to do this, do that, and then do that, I think. Followed by we need to start expanding this. So we've got somewhere to put dirt, because we don't want to just dump dirt, because we want to use it for growing trees. So we've got to work on 2 dumping projects at the same time, unfortunately. Which I must admit I'm not too pleased with. But anyway, we have made a decent amount of progress today. Because we got the recycler up and running. We've stabilized this. This is looking a lot more industrial now. The copper has been shifted over here. Reasonably successfully. Ish. We're having a problem with the rock, but that's a separate issue. That's a logistics issue. Ooh, that's nice. Last a little bit. And then that's all good. Might even level that off a bit. Yeah, we'll do that. Then we can send that digger. We can send that digger to go and... I don't know. But we are probably going to... I think it's time to end there, I'm afraid. Because we've made a lot of progress. Oh, that's the iron scrap. I'm not too confident about why we're not getting any from that. We're getting much from the... Oh, no, I know why we're not getting much from that. It is entirely because of a lack of rock being taken away. Which is really quite annoying. Okay. Let's just quickly throw in that and change that to be rock, and then connect transport there was not found. What? Huh? No, that was weird. I don't know what went on there, but sure. That should allow us to at least get through some of the rock. With a bit more ease. Maybe not. Okay, there we are. Okay, good. Right, now that that's been sorted and we're getting our copper through again, it is time to end. So, if you're watching on YouTube and you've made it this far, thank you very much for making it this far. If you're not subscribed already on YouTube, do consider leaving a subscribe so that you can see when we next post. If not, oh well. And if you've enjoyed it, consider leaving a like as well for that YouTube algorithm. So see you later, YouTube, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.